Greetings, Benjamin J. the Victrola Guy with another in the series. This time something really special. What you're looking at, of course, is the 1877 kruesi prototype tinfoil phonograph. This is the holy grail of tinfoil phonographs. This is where it started. This is the original machine. Designed by Thomas Edison, built by John Kruesi, and this is the result. The 1877 kruesi prototype. This is going to a museum in South Korea, and it arrived today for repair. It was missing both of the styluses. This machine is completely different than any other tinfoil phonograph in the fact that this was the prototype. This was the original. So it uses what are called phonettes. This is the recorder. This is the reproducer. Now, both of the styluses were missing. So, just to test the machine and get it up and running, I made a temporary stylus for the recorder, and I'm using it for both recording and playback. Now, in the original configuration, you recorded with this phonette and played back with that one. Why? I have no idea. Remember, this was a prototype. They knew nothing about recording sound or how to do it. So this was the very first machine in the history of the world to be able to record and reproduce sound. So I've made a temporary stylus for the recorder out of a carpet nail. And I've just got it glued in position right now. And yet the machine is making recordings. And the biggest drawback to this machine, of course, is being a prototype. There are no adjustments built into it. There is no lateral adjustment at all. And you adjust the centering of the stylus by loosening a couple of screws and putting a shim in the mount to physically move the sound box left or right. Another major drawback to it, of course, is once you have your depth of cut adjusted and you do your recording, you have to unadjust it to rewind the mandrel. And then, of course, bring in the reproducer. For now, I'm playing and recording with the recorder phonette. Now, to do this, I made this very strange looking horn. And as you can see, it's just a fiberboard horn that I use here in the shop. And what I did was I cut it at an angle and then simply reversed the two pieces, which made a 90-degree bend. And then I just epoxied it together, and it slides directly onto the recorder and allows you to speak directly into the machine when you're recording. Now, I've already done a recording, so I'm going to play this back. And remember, this is a temporary stylus, and I just got the machine running, so don't expect stellar results. But the machine is recording and playing back, which is really neat. I have to say I feel quite fortunate to be able to have this machine here, and to be able to work on it is just amazing. I never in my life thought I would be working on a kruesi prototype phonograph. So in any case, I made a recording. Let's bring the stylus back into the foil, and here's the recording I made. This, of course, is Mary Had a Little Lamb. So, not stellar results, as I said, but I've got a temporary stylus on the machine, and I have to rebuild both of these sound boxes. But as far as the overall machine itself, it's in really decent shape. This was built by a machinist in 1991, following the original plans, the original Edison plans, of course, with the exception of he milled a slot in the mandrel. And the purpose of this slot, of course, is to tuck the ends of the foil into it. There's no overlap that way. But in this case, since I'm using aluminum foil tape, it becomes superfluous. It doesn't make any difference. So I'm using the standard 2-inch aluminum foil duct tape that I've been using on all the other tinfoil phonographs. And it works. It makes a fairly decent recording. So I've got to replace the diaphragm and the stylus in the recorder, and then make the new stylus for the reproducer. This reproducer is set up completely different than any other reproducer on any other tinfoil phonograph, simply because it is a separate unit. So I'll be covering all of that as I go. I'm going to be doing a whole series of videos on this machine. But I wanted to do a video so you can see it. This is the original prototype. This is it. All recorded sound started right here with this machine. The 1877 kruesi prototype. So, like I said, I feel quite honored to have this here in the shop. And I have now made a recording on it, which is really, really cool. So I just wanted to do a quick video. You'll be seeing a lot of this machine. It'll be here for a couple weeks. I have a lot of work to do on it, but it's really encouraging that the machine is already up and running, and I've made my very first recording on the kruesi prototype tinfoil phonograph. That is really, really neat. So I just wanted to do a quick video. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to drop me an email, TheVictrolaGuy@gmail.com. And as always, thank you for watching.